All right, welcome. We're live here at Bob Sheldon Field, getting ready for this matchup here between the Stars and the Bandits of Brookings in Post 400. And here's the first pitch, and it comes across at 12:57 p.m., and it's good for ball one. Mike Mason alongside with Eric Tianson. Eric, how are things? How was the trip down here for you?
Not too bad, to be honest. Definitely had worse drives within this past month, so can't complain about that.
A little down and out for ball two. The batter is Matt Bryant, as we kind of had to rush into our pregame show here due to the fact that we got caught off guard with the time difference, and I had to rush to set up. And thanks to Eric, we got set up in time. That'll be a little bouncer towards Sendes, the second baseman. He does not get it over in time, and Bryant's on with an infield hit.
Yeah, good hustle right there. That's why they always tell you got to run it out. And leadoff man right there showing off his speed. Good start for Post 400.
Colby Hansen will be the next batter. We also have Easton Rarick on deck. Lincoln Harding is the starting pitcher here for the Brookings Bandits. I want to say thanks to the Bandits coach for helping me out with some name pronunciations and get me an updated roster. Had most of the players from last year in there, but only had to add about 3 players. So it was a quick update there as they try and pick off Matt Bryant, who's the runner on first right now. Still no official pitches here to Colby Hansen. And here's the windup, and the delivery is high and in for a ball, and that makes it 1 ball and no strike to Hansen. Around the bases here for the Bandits, Nathan Lease at first, Trey Svenmis at second, Zach Struck, the shortstop, Ashton Whitty at third, Sam Harding catching the pitches of the starter Lincoln Harding in the outfield here after this pitch. He's going to send it out to the outfield, and that's going to be caught by the right fielder there. That is Breck Hershoff. To his right in center field is Henry Hamrick, and Peyton Theodospoulos is in left field. So 1 away here as Hansen flies out, brings up Easton Rarick.
That right field spot's going to be something to watch here. Decent amount of lefties in this Stars lineup, and if you take a look out at the big fly zone, only 320 down the line, and that's an awfully short fence. Would not shock me if we saw a lefty pull one for a homer today. And
that one is going high up into right center. Backpedaling there is Hamrick, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. I can't quite see through the window. It's about 320-something down the left field line.
It's 320 down both lines, it looks
320
like.
down both lines and about 334 straightaway center. So it's about 100 feet longer than a softball field, which is normally 200 feet around the corners.
Here's Hayden Crescent, another one of those powerful lefty hitters. Seen him get a few extra base hits already so far in this season.
Crescent, one of 2 Stars players to hit home runs, and he did go to right field down in the game against Watertown in Watertown, South Dakota. So he has a good home run record in the state of South Dakota. That was a near pickoff.
That was a close call right there, and I think if I'm going to double down on my prediction about seeing a home run, I think Crescent's my pick. I think we'll see him hit one out here today. He's got 9 innings to do it, too. 9-inning game today.
Yeah, one single 9-inning game. Then the Stars get on the bus and head over to Rapid City for a 9 o'clock in the morning game tomorrow. It's 9 o'clock Mountain Time, 10 o'clock back home for our friends in Fargo. So set your alarms and make sure you get up early for that one. Delivers it right down into the center field gap, and that's enough to move Brian up to second. Good for a single for Crescent. That brings up Chayton Sen. So 2 runners on now with 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Lincoln Harding only has tossed 7 pitches so far, and it looks like Crescent is going to be replaced on base there by, was that number 16? I missed the jersey number.
Looked like 15 from
15,
here.
Nick Hasbargen.
Hasbargen has some good speed on him. We saw him steal a ton of bases yesterday for those that tuned in to the Astros against Watertown.
Of course, the Astros picking up a couple of big wins. 20 to nothing after 2.5 innings.
That is
in
correct.
That first game, and I forgot what the score was in that second game. I'm guessing you would know, right?
18-3.
18-3. Yep, that does sound right. I think I saw that on Facebook. Pitch comes outside for a ball. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike here to Chayton Sen with 2 away and 2 runners on. Matt Bryant on second, Nick Hasbargen on first. Harding will glare back at Bryant on second. Now he'll deliver the pitch. It comes in a little bit low for ball number 2. 2-1 the count now here to Chayton Sen. On deck is Caden Graff as Sen can reach base on anything other than a fielder's choice. Unless the fielder's choice goes wrong, then. But we won't dig too deep into that. Strike 2 evens up the count at 2 apiece. Ball, strike in that order on the pitches so far here between Harding and Sen.
Big pitch for Harding right here. See if you can get out of the inning.
Outside, maybe seeing if Chayton Sen would chase after that, and he was disappointed, if that's the way you want to look at it.
And I don't hate that pitch right there. You have 1 pitch to waste, and now you can come back and throw a strike at him.
He'll double glance at second, wind up and deliver the 2-2, and that one's fouled down the third base line. And just as you mentioned, Eric, he pretty much delivered that one right down the middle, looking for that strikeout.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. And once again, fouled off down the third base line on back-to-back pitches. So you got a runner in scoring position. Chayton Sen trying to get that base hit to potentially bring in Matt Bryant, who's standing on second. And get the Stars on the board early here in this 9-inning game against Brookings. But a nice field down here in Brookings, South Dakota. It's the first time I've been to this field, but it's the 8th, 9th, or 11th time I've been to Brookings, South Dakota. So now the bases are loaded with a walk on what apparently was a 3-2 count. And actually, I had it right on my stats. I had it wrong on our screen. So bases loaded for Caden Graff.
You mentioned nice field. This was actually just newly renovated last year. They had a ribbon cutting ceremony and everything.
That's one thing I did not know. It's a great field. I'm sure this team, and as well as the high school team down here in Brookings, known as the Bobcats, will really enjoy this field. That was a ball, right?
Correct.
Through the window, the scoreboard's a little dim. I don't know if you can see it better than I can or not, but
it's a little hard to see, but we're making do.
Nice pickup there by Struck, the shortstop, and he got him out at first, and that'll prevent the run from scoring. So they'll leave 3 stranded on base as we go to the top of the first, and it's still 0-0 here between the Stars and the Bandits. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more action for you here from Bob Sheldon Field in Brookings. It's the Stars and the Bandits knotted up at 0, back in 60. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, there's a look at your starting pitcher here for the Post 400 Stars. It's Jacob Top on the mound. as the Stars actually got 2 hits in the top of the second inning, and they leave 3 on base total. All right, now I got that one fixed. So no runs on 2 hits, and they leave 3 stranded. 8 minutes for the, or 7 minutes, I should say. 8 minutes. No, I had it right the first time for the playing time of the top half of the first. In addition to Jacob Top on the mound, you got Hayden Crescent behind the plate catching those pitches from Top. Kobe Hansen at first, Matt Bryant at second, Easton Rarick at shortstop, Eli Mock at third. In the outfield, Oliver Lutton center, Chayton Sennin right, Caden Graff in left. That's how the Stars will line up defensively here to start their defensive half of the inning here in Brookings, South Dakota. Henry Hamrick, along with Breck Hershoff and Ashton Whitty, will be the first 3 batters for Brookings. Jacob Top, 3 wins on the year, looking for that 4th one here if he can toss a good game here against the Bandits.
I don't know, Top is a guy you've raved about his development and growth as a pitcher over these past few years, and really excited to see what he has in store here this time around. I saw him a few times last year, and I think this is the first time I'll see him take the mound this season.
Yeah, no, you nailed it right on the head there. He's made some significant steps up from previous season, especially on the mound. So if he's going to get win number 4, he's certainly capable of doing that. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Hamrick now. I'm going to double check our audio levels. Testing 1, 2. There we go. We'll go with that. And there's another strike. First strike, first pitch thrown by Top was a swing and a miss, and so was the 3rd one. And now we still don't have a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout in this game from either pitcher yet. We'll see if Top can get it started. And he's just going to barely miss on the inside, almost clipped the knees there of Hamrick. But, you know, when the batter crowds that plate, that pitch is a good one to push him off. And now we'll see where Top delivers it. And it's going to be a grounder right over to Matt Bryant. He'll pick it up, fire it over to Colby Hansen, and that is a 4-3 ground out. That'll bring up Breck Hershoff. And I said it right, according to our PA announcer. That is awesome.
Isn't that a great feeling?
4-3 ground out for out number 1, so still a no-hitter. Didn't get the strikeout, but a no-hitter. I don't want to jinx him, but so far so good for Jacob Top on the mound. 12 minutes into the ball game now, and the first pitch is up just a little high. It's ball 1 here to the batter, Breck Hershoff.
Well, he is about 1/27th of the way there now, if you're keeping track at home.
And this one hits sharply, a bouncing ball to Easton Rarick at first. He fires it over, but he didn't get it over there in time. Nice hustle by Hershoff. He gets an infield hit on that one.
As I always like to say, the old kibosh right there. As soon as you mention no-hitter, infield single right after that.
That's probably the worst way to jinx a pitcher, too, is on an infield hit. So my apologies to the Top fans watching right now. And he'll catch the outside edge. 0-1, or check that. Yeah, it is 0-1 to the batter, Ashton Whitty. And that one, a little floater, hit hard to third, up to second. Now they will not make the toss over to first. So they'll get the lead runner out for out number 2 of the inning, and that puts Whitty on with a fielder's choice, bringing up Sam Harden, who's batter 4 in the lineup here for the Brookings Bandits. So now a runner on first as that one's fouled away for the strike, and it's 0-1. On side of Jeff, the field, how is it, he says. Well, it's a lot like Starion Bank Field. Turf infield, and then maybe about another 3 feet of turf before you actually hit the grass outfield. And it outside of maybe a couple words and a couple logos on the field, it's like the Stars are playing at home here.
Starion of the South.
Yeah. kind of like the NDSU, SDSU. Stars have the SDSU blue, and the Brookings, that's where the comparison ends. Runner takes off, and they'll let him dive into second.
Kind of interesting that the Bandits here, they almost have more similar color scheme to University of South Dakota out in Vermilion.
Oh, yeah. I think, what are they? They're red, primary red color, right?
Correct, yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Now he fouls it away, and it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Sam Hardin. Now I'm tempted to see if this other window opens so I can see the scoreboard out there. I might have to rely on you to do the balls and strikes calls.
I got you.
I know you do. That's the best part of it all. Top winds up, delivers, and it's a little bit high, and we're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, correct?
Correct. Okay, you got it. Twos. For those of you that were watching the Astros game yesterday, talking about superstition some players have when there's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. They'll take their hat off, flip it upside down, and shake it.
And he's really crowding the plate on this pitch. We'll see where Top puts it. Did he catch the outside edge? He almost did. It was just a little bit to the outside, and now a full count.
That's a tough pitch to lay off at the 2-strike count. You never want to go down looking, especially with 2 down, but got to give credit to the batter there. Nice plate discipline.
And Top delivers. And that'll be low for a walk.
That's a great at-bat right there. Just battling through the whole time. He was down 0-2 in the count, but able to work his way, get on base, and now Brookings will live to see another batter here. They've got 2 on. We'll see if they can mount something.
The batter stepping up to the plate is Nathan Lease.
Number 9, Austin Clark.
Looks like Austin Clark, excuse me, will take over at first for the running responsibility, as that one's popped up to right field. Chayton Sen will get underneath it, and that will take care of the Bandits here in the first inning of play. They leave 2 stranded on base.
On 1 hit, there were no Fargo errors.
And they get a total of no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2 on base here in the bottom of the first. And we'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Signarama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signarama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signarama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signarama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, 1 complete here at Bob Sheldon Field in Brookings, South Dakota. It's all knotted up at 0-0. Lincoln Harding, there's a good look at him on the mound. He'll square off this inning against batters 7, 8, and 9. The bottom of the order, Oliver Luck, Eli Mock, and Jackson Beiswinger. Harding, 18 pitches so far, an even split of 9 and 9 on the balls and strikes, according to, or check that, 8 balls, 9 strikes on 17 pitches. I was a pitch ahead of myself here. And your thoughts on after 1 inning so far here, Eric?
Well, these 2 teams look fairly evenly matched thus far as base runners all collected. I will say this too, a lot of times taking a look at the bottom of the order, pitchers like to sort of settle in, get through the 7, 8, 9 hitters, but taking a look at these guys due up, not your stereotypical bottom of the order, a lot of power here, so this will not be an easy task for Harding.
Absolutely agree with that. It's Oliver Luck. Nice pitch there by Harding. Goes in for strike 1 on Luck. And now he's at 18 pitches, 10 strikes, 8 balls. 10 strikes, matches his jersey number, and he'll hit it right over to Nathan Lease at first, and that's an easy direct ground out as Lease will scoop it up, touch up on the bag, and that'll bring up Eli Mock.
That's a good out for Harding right there. You see him bat leadoff a lot of times, but here he is leading off the second inning, so sort of like the de facto leadoff man, and
yeah,
has a little bit of speed on him, so to keep him from getting on the bases, that might make life a little bit easier for Brookings.
Well, he had good luck with Luck, and now we'll see how he does with Eli Mock here, and that one's outside for a ball. Maybe that was another announcer's jinx, I don't know, but 1 ball, no strike. We're 20 minutes into this ball game now. Here's the windup in the delivery, and this one hit hard. Bouncing ball towards third. It rolls foul. Good for a strike, and it's 1-1. Windup. Comes right in for strike 2. Nicely tossed pitch there by Lincoln Harding.
Yeah, that's going to be one that's going to stick around in the mind of these post 400 batters now. They're going to be waiting for that off-speed pitch at any given moment.
That one's fouled off to the right side of the batter's box, and that will remain a 1 ball, 2 strike count. As we now have the phone charger up here, thanks to our accessories person, Janice. And I'll wait till the inning's over so we can plug that in, keep our internet, and keep our scoreboard going. I missed that one. Is it a ball or?
Ball just outside. Another one of those breaking balls.
2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Eli Mock. Once again, Jackson Byswinger is on deck. Swing and miss, and now we'll swing Byswinger, and that's the first Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout of the game, and it goes to Lincoln Harding.
That's a great piece of pitching. My goodness, from Harding. Couple of off-speed pitches down low in the zone, setting up the high fastball. That's exactly how you do it.
Well, 2 up, 2 down, and now we'll see if Byswinger can keep the inning going here for the post 400 Stars. If he can, we'll return to the top of the order with Matt Bryant, and that one comes in a little bit low. It's ball 1 to Byswinger. Byswinger, an equal opportunity outfield hitter. Doesn't really matter where you send the pitch. He's going to send it to left, right, or center, wherever he chooses. So, according to his spray chart, anyway.
You don't see too many hitters like that these days.
There's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2-1 the count here to Byswinger. There's 2 outs. No hits this inning. No runs, no hits, no errors up to this point. And he caught the corner for strike 2, and now the count is even.
I like the mix of pitches that Harding's going with right now, and going with all sorts of different locations. Let's see where he goes here.
And he goes to the inside, and it's dropped dead right in the batter's box. Not exactly sure what part of the bat that hit, but it had to hit the bottom part or maybe the front, and he just drilled it into the ground.
Gotta be fortunate it didn't hit his shin there, because I can speak from experience. Those are pretty painful.
Yeah, definitely. Swing and a miss, and he gets the second. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and now will take care of the Stars here in the top of the second. Nice job by Lincoln Harding on the mound, and now due up for the Stars. It's or due up for the Bandits, excuse me. It's batters 6, 7, and 8. Zach Struck, Peyton Theodospoulos, and Andrew Bishop when we return after the break here on Magnitude. Be right back.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success. Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. No runs, no hits, no errors in the top of the second there for the Stars. And it's 6, 7, and 8. Starts off with Zach Strutt at the plate here for the Bandits. Swing and a miss, strike one. Nice pitch there by Jacob Top.
Yeah, both these pitchers look locked in right now. We could be in for a low-scoring affair based off what I've seen so far.
Yeah, if this keeps up, I would not be surprised if that is the end result of this one. 15 pitches for Top, 9 of them have found the strike zone. That one drops in. That's a nasty pitch if you're from a batter's point of view.
It's like he's throwing a wiffle ball.
Yeah. If you're a post 400 Stars, that's a not a nasty pitch. They love that pitch. So and this one lined out into right field, but drifts foul. Hits the yellow guard on the top of the fence. Good for strike two on an unofficial strike 2-2. And that one will just miss. Ball one. On deck is Peyton Theodosopoulos.
There you go,
Right?
yeah.
We said that name about 17 times during the commercial break after we got the correct pronunciation. We're hoping we got it right. And there's a strikeout for Jacob Top. It's his first of the game, and now he'll try and get the second of the game here against Peyton Theodosopoulos. Theodosopoulos, Peyton, first name, at the batter's box now to take on Jacob Top. And the first pitch got the edge. Strike one.
Both these pitchers painting those corners right now, just offering pitches that just nibble the edge of the zone, and seen a lot of strikes being taken so far.
And that one popped up. That'll be an infield pop-up. Colby Hansen will call off everybody else, and he'll make the grab for out number 2.
Pop-up will bring up the designated hitter, number 18, Andrew Bishop.
So on that short at-bat for Theodosopoulos, I hope the next time he comes up to bat, I remember how to say his name.
Well, I'll make a mental note to remind you.
20 pitches for Top now. 14 of them have found the strike zone. And he'll try his luck here on Andrew Bishop. Swing and a miss. And I think if Bishop had another chance, he would like that one back.
Yeah, that was a nasty first pitch right out of the gate. Breaking ball just dropping out of the zone right there.
Now they've brightened up the scoreboard a little bit. Must be a direct ground out to Colby Hansen. He'll run over and touch up on the bag, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Stars. No runs, no hits, no errors as Andrew Bishop grounds out to first on an 0-1 count. And due up for the Stars, it's Matt Bryant, Colby Hansen, and Easton Rare at the top of the order. Matt Bryant will face pitch 31 from Lincoln Harding when we return after the break here on Magnitude.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. We head now to the top of the third. It's still scoreless here between the Bandits and the Stars. Total of 3 hits. Two teams combined have left 5 on base, Stars 3 and the Bandits 2. And once again, Matt Bryant, who's 1 for 1 with that infield single, So he was able to run out a potential 4-3 ground out last time he was at the plate. And now Lincoln Harding will see if he can prevent Matt Bryant from getting another single here, or at least an infield single for that matter. Certainly don't want to see that happen twice if you're a Bandits fan.
I think right now, if you're either team's pitching coach, you got to be smiling pretty wide right now, because both these pitchers, not only are they getting outs, but they're not wasting any time either. Both these pitchers on pretty low pitch counts, so might save them a few gray hairs there. Not as many tough decisions to make so far.
Averaging about 15 minutes per inning here. That one's hit hard. It's heading towards the gap in left center, but making the run and the grab is Hamrick in center field for out number 1. Nice run and grab there by Henry Hamrick.
We'll bring up first baseman number 28, Colby Hansen.
It's now Colby Hansen, who flew out to Hershoff in right field. Last time he was at the plate, will step up to the plate. So Bryant single and pop out, and now maybe Hansen will pop out and single. We'll see. Takes the pitch a little bit low and out for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Colby Hansen. On deck is Easton Rarick.
Yep, already second time through the order for these Stars hitters, and second time through the order, that's usually where we see just where they stand against this pitcher. Already got to see him throw once, and might have some new information now, see if they do a different approach at the plate or not.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count here to Hansen. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And this one hit foul down the third base side. Good for strike number 2. This will be pitch 35 for Lincoln Harding. Ooh. Nice curveball, low and out, caught the edge, and that'll be a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Lincoln Harding.
Yeah, that one had a wicked movement on that one there, and froze the batter. There's your second out.
So 2 down, Easton Rarick flew out to Hamrick, the center fielder, last time he was at the plate. And that one's popped up out of play to the third base side.
Fans, please return all foul balls to the concession stand and receive 50 cents for a bag of popcorn, sponsored by Homes by Pits.
About 100 miles south from here in Humboldt, South Dakota, they give $2 per foul ball instead of 50 cents. So that might be a career for somebody who wants to chase down foul balls, although somebody just earned $1 here off Easton Rarick.
Yeah. I don't know. Part of me, after hearing that, wanted to hop out this window, go chase after it myself. Big 0-2 count right here. Let's see what he does.
Inside, and a little too far inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm glad he didn't hop out the window, though. That may have been an interesting camera shot. So picked up there by Harding. Can he get it over in time? He can. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Brookings Bandits. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And coming up next for the Bandits will be batters 9, 1, and 2. Trey Sven will double check that one. Henry Hamrick and Brett Kershoff when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. We'll be right back. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Hey, welcome back. We are in the bottom of the third. Trey Svenis.
I wonder if his teammates have ever called him Svenis the Menace. If not, that would be a great nickname for him.
Well, now I will definitely not forget how to say his name. Little roller there to Jacob Top, and that's one up, one down. That's a 1-3 ground out if you're scoring at home. That brings up Henry Hamrick.
One pitch, one out. I say that a lot, but that really helps out the arm of these starting pitchers.
Absolutely. You can't ask for a better outcome than that on a single pitch. Hamrick on a single pitch grounded out to the second baseman, Matt Bryant, last time he was at the plate. This time he's going to see at least 2 pitches, and it's 1 ball, no strike here to Henry Hamrick. Once again, he grounded out. On deck is Breck Hershoff. Hamrick is the top of the order as they will go through the batting lineup for the second time now here with 1 away in the bottom of the third, and that pitch will come in a little bit low. It's 2 balls and no strikes here to Hamrick.
So now, like I was saying in the top half of the inning, second time through the order now for these Brookings hitters. And might have a better idea of what to expect off the arm of Jacob Top. It's a game where I feel like runs are going to be at a premium.
Well, Top probably going to get the free strike coupon cashed in here. No, he will not. Oh, he did. Both myself and Hamrick were fooled on that one. It did appear a little low, but I'm up here in the umpires down there, so.
Like the free strike coupon. I might have to steal that one.
Go ahead. And now he'll walk him.
Calling the walk to Hamrick and bring up right fielder, number 12, Breck Hershoff.
Breck Hershoff, 1 for 1 with a single so far here in this contest. That was the infield single on a deep grounder to short. Easton Rarick was able to glove it, but he had to turn around, couldn't quite get the throw over there in time as Hershoff speeded off quickly down to first base.
Yeah, and with the leadoff man over on first with 1 out, would not be shocked to see him try and steal a bag here, test the arm of Crescent, try and get a runner over in scoring position.
They're going to try and pick off Hamrick on first to no success. Jacob Top has tossed 20 pitches so far, 10 balls and 10 strikes. And this one comes in a little bit low, and now he's on the wrong side of the split with 11 balls and 10 strikes and a 1-0 count here to Hershoff. On deck is Ashton Whitty, batter 3 in the lineup, as Hershoff is batter 2. Here's pitch number 30. Check that. Okay, so what I said about 20 pitches earlier, I misread my numbers. That pitch he just tossed to make it 2 balls, no strikes was pitch number 30. So he's still on the plus side of the strike ball split. 18 strikes, 12 balls. I misread my numbers. My apologies. 2 balls and no strikes now here to Hershoff. And he gets a strike there. 2-1.
That runner moving over to second is huge now because not only is he in scoring position, but you really remove the possibility of a double play here. And, of course, with 1 out, that would end the inning. For Brookings, that's not something they want to see with the heart of the order coming up.
2-1, 1 out, runner on second, and swing and a miss for a 2-2 count.
Big pitch. If Top can get him out right here, that makes life a little bit easier with 2 down.
Absolutely. He'll glance at second, wind and deliver, and that's fouled back into the netting, and it'll remain a 2-2 count. So Hershoff battling at the plate, earns another pitch as we hit the 40-minute mark of the ball game here in the top of the third. Check that bottom of the third. A long stare down at second, and that one's up a little high, and it's a full count. So payoff pitch coming up here for Jake Top. Hershoff, a couple steps behind that inside line of the batter's box, not crowding it as much as he was last time he stepped up to the plate. Here's the payoff. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and they got him. He'll take third on the steal, but they'll still get the second out on the Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout.
Well, taking third is nice. That strikeout's got to hurt because now you have to get a base hit to score the runner over at third. You can't just hit a pop-up to the outfield.
Ashton Whitty reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate, and he'll take the strike. That fielder's choice got the lead base runner off base last time that Whitty was at the plate. Here's the 0-1. That one will, I don't know, that probably slipped out of his hand a little bit, went to the outside, kind of floated up, and it's 1-1 to Whitty.
Even though we're only in the third inning, this is a huge moment right here. You got a runner over on third. This is why you put the guys where you do in the lineup. Let's see if the cleanup man can deliver.
And no, he will not, at least unless Top doesn't get it over there. He almost hesitated, but the run will not count, and they'll leave one stranded on base, and there'll be no runs on no hits and no errors, and they leave one on base, and that'll bring up the Stars in the top of the fourth to return after the break here on Magnitude.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Making a few fixes here on the YouTube channel, so you're going to be stuck with me taking control for a little bit as we've got Hayden Cresson stepping in. Cresson in for his second at-bat of the game, and one of those lefty power hitters I was talking about. I have my pride at stake a little bit. Made a prediction that he's going to hit a home run today, so it's a chance number 2 for him. No pressure, kid.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll pitch in on color while I fix the YouTube channel. With the 1 hour time difference, I got rushed and I forgot to set up the final part of the stream. So right now, at this moment, this game says that it's Barnesville versus Dilworth Glendon Felton. So look for that. I'm going to go and edit that title right now here.
It's an 0-2 count to Cresson, who's 1 for 1 with a single. And Harding looking for out number 1 at the top of the fourth. Still 0-0 your score. 1 hit apiece for either team. On a pitch that just misses the zone. A little bit of movement on that one. Some nice speed, and it's a 1-2 count. Harding working from the windup. Pitch on the way, and he got him swinging. There's your first out of the inning. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. Crescent goes down on strikes, and Harding's got another K.
Now bring up Chayton Sen.
Chayton Sen, who walked his first time up. It was a good at-bat, Sen versus Harding. Here's round 2 as that first pitch popped up, carrying out towards left center field. And the catch is going to be made by the center fielder. One pitch, one out.
Calling the try out to center.
And it's 2 down.
We'll bring up left fielder number 11, Caden Graff.
All right, so if you're one of the 24 people watching Barnesville DGF, I've now just updated the title, and please text your friends and tell them that the title's been updated, and I certainly apologize on behalf of Mike Mason. It's all Mike Mason's fault. It's not Eric's fault, even though I'd like to make it his fault. It's not.
Breathing a big sigh of relief right there. I escaped the doghouse this time.
Caden Graff is the batter, for those who were unaware.
1 on the way to Graff, and big cut for strike 2. Harding once again getting out ahead of the count, and he's 1 pitch away from sending it to the bottom of the 4th. 0-2 on the way. Fastball, and that one just missing the zone. Graff able to lay off. 1-2 the count now. On the way, hit hard the other way, but just drifting foul.
And fans, make sure you hustle foul balls back to the concession stand for 50 cents or a bag of popcorn, sponsored by Homes by Pits.
All right, so now I think we're back to our normal business here. I've been able to keep up with all the balls and strikes, as you've announced, Merrick, so thank you for that.
Anytime.
And that one missed outside for a ball, and now it's even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
That was another tough pitch to lay off right there. That one looked like it almost started in the zone and then broke outside.
And this one hit straight away center field. Hamrick on the run. He makes the grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning. It's been a defensive battle so far here between the Stars and Bandits. Only 3 hits allowed thus far, and each team has left 3 on base. One of those 6 ended up on third base. We'll see who crosses the plate first here as we move into the home half of 4 right after the break here on Magnitude.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, it's the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 here for the Brookings Bandits. Sam Hardin, Nathan Lease, Zach Struck will be the 3 batters we see for sure this inning. Harding, he was walked last time by Jacob Top. Now he'll face pitch 39 from Jacob Top, and it drops in for a strike, 0-1.
There's that Jacob topspin like you were talking about a few weeks ago.
I almost forgot about that. I noticed it a lot down in Florida and those couple games in Iowa, and then I kind of just forgot about it, for lack of better wording. A little too much top spin on that one as it goes in below the knees for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike from top spin, Jacob Topspin Top. And here's the pitch, and this one hit hard towards third on 3 bounces and firing it over. It's Mock. He gets into the glove of Kobe Hansen, but Hansen drops the ball as Harding comes across the plate. I'm not sure if Harding made contact with the glove or not, but regardless, he's safe.
Number 14, Nathan Lease.
And that will go into the books There's another hit.
Yeah, those are tough plays over at first base sometimes. Even contact or no, it's almost like trying to make a contested catch in the red zone. You have to fight with a lot of traffic there to try and come up with the ball.
So both pitchers have given up a 2-hitter. They actually charged an error there. I'm not sure if I agree with that. He'll bunt it foul for a strike. This is Nathan Lease.
Well, those corner infielders going to have to be on their toes ready for that bunt. You can see Mock playing a little bit closer now, just over in that grass part of the infield turf. Runner takes off.
Guess I'll have to look at the replay on that, but I don't know. I don't know if you saw it. You were zooming in on the camera. Did the player make contact, and is that why Colby Hansen dropped it, or?
I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't quite tell from here, but there's probably a greater than 0 chance that that was the case. But I'll admit that I was not able to make it out from up here.
I'm gonna stick with the infield hit on that one then, and not charge the error. I'll try and get him off first base, but to no avail. It's a 2-strike count here to Nathan Lease. Yeah, I just wanted to get your opinion on that, just in case I wanted to make the decision to change that to an error. But there's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout.
And a dangerous moment there on the throw over to first. Nice job to knock it down, but that one was about this close to rolling out to the outfield grass, and that would have been an open second base for the runner.
So Nathan Lease strikes out, and now it's Zach Struck. And Zach struck out last time he was at the plate. He's 0 for 1. No pun intended there. And this one, the 2-bouncer to third, up to second. The throw's a little bit short, and that could be an error. I will go ahead and charge that one as an error. As that error, we charge the third baseman, Eli Mock.
Here's a real chance right now for the Bandits. They've got 2 on with 1 down. They could get another base runner here. That could spell danger for post 400.
So 2 runners on with 1 out. First and second, it's Peyton Theodospoulos. Did I say it right?
I'll have to see it. Whenever I see it, it seems to make more sense.
A little bit of a pop out, and it's really in small print there because
Theodosopoulos.
Dosopoulos, there we go. Yeah, both times he's been up, it's been 1 pitch and gone, so I haven't had a lot of chance to spit out his name multiple times, but he'll pop out there, and Andrew Bishop, the batter now.
That was a big timeout right there. Now just 1 away from getting out of a jam, or at least as big of a jam as we've seen in this game.
Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Andrew Bishop. He direct ground out to end the inning last time he was at the plate, and now there's 2 outs on the board, and we'll see if he keeps the inning going or not. Stare down on second, and he'll really stare him down. And this one going to be popped up and out of play down the first base side. That's good for strike 2, so that's positive news for Jacob Top. He just needs 1 more to sneak by Bishop to end the inning here, and they leave 2 additional stranded on base. But Stars committing that error, and they didn't put the error up on the scoreboard. But swing and a miss. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout to end the 4th inning of play. They leave 2 more stranded on base and remain at goose eggs here through 4 complete. For the Stars, it's the bottom of the order. Oliver Luck, Eli Mock, Jackson Beiswinger, and pitch 50 from Lincoln Harding when we return after the break here on Magnitude.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, 4 complete, and we're still looking for our first run of the game. They have, at some point, they have charged an error to Brookings. I'm not sure when that happened, but we'll put our error up to match the scoreboard in the outfield. So now everything is as it should be. 2 hits for each team, 1 error for each team, 5 left on base for Brookings, 3 left on base, 4 post 400. Oliver Luck 0 for 1 on a direct ground out to first last time he was at the plate. 55 minutes into the ball game, Lincoln Harding with pitch number 50 coming up here. He has 16 balls and 33 strikes on 49 pitches. And here's pitch number 50. In for a strike. Nicely, kind of a delayed, and then boom, zoomed it right by him. So nice pitch there by Harding. 0-1. And that one will escape to the outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, as you mentioned, only 52 pitches thus far for Harding, and usually a general rule of thumb in a 9-inning game, if your starter can go 6 innings, that's a pretty good day for your staff. Rest the bullpen arms a little bit. Would not shock me to see him go 6 here.
And depending on how this inning goes, he might be able to squeeze out 7 before they make a switch.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss. That pitch may have been a little bit to the outside had he not taken the swing on it. It'd be 3 balls and 1 strike. Instead, it's 2-2. And did he check swing it? They'll refer to the first base umpire, and he says no. Or no, he says yes. So it is a strikeout. And that brings up Eli Mock.
There is no worse feeling than going down on a check swing. That and going down looking, but Oliver Luck is a tough kid, and I'm sure he'll bounce back and be ready his next time up.
Well, Eli Mock will look for his chance here on his second time up. And he will not strike out, but will he get it by the third baseman? Yes, they got it there in time. I believe Lease had to scoop that off a bounce. But either way, he was able to scoop it up, and that goes into the books as a 5-3 ground out to third, and that is 2 up, 2 down, bringing up Jackson Beiswinger.
Yeah, that's a great play over at first by Lease, and as a former first baseman myself, I gotta say, seeing scoops like that always makes me smile. Those were so much fun to do back in my day.
2 away here in the top of the 5th. Beiswinger struck out last time, goes down 0-1, swinging here on that pitch there from Harding. Couple minutes shy. Harding might be able to get out of this inning before we hit the 1 hour mark. We're at 58 right now. And a check swing foul off to the Bandits dugout.
Another quick 0-2 count.
Well, ironically, in the first 2 trips through the lineup here, the Stars have been retired at the exact same batter positions in the lineup as they were the first time through the lineup. Did that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah. We saw Luck lead off the second inning, and that one went 1-2-3, and there's a chance we could see history repeat itself here.
Swing and a miss, and he goes down on swinging just like he did last time, and we remain scoreless, and it's 9-1-2 for the Bandits. When we return after the break, it's Trey Svennis and Henry Hamrick and Breck Hirschoff. Jacob Tot with pitch number 50 when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right. Well, got a good one brewing up here down in Brookings, South Dakota at Bob Sheldon Field. Mike Mason alongside Eric Tiansen. Jacob Top remains on the mound here for the Stars. No defensive changes, and we've now hit the 1 hour mark of this ball game and have yet to see a run. On 49 pitches for Jake Top, 15 balls, 34 strikes. He'll square off against Trey Svenis. 0 for 1, grounded right back out to Jacob Top on a 1-3 ground out to the pitcher.
This is the de facto second half of the game as well. Bottom of the fifth, about to get started here. Of course, a 9-inning game, as we had said a few times already.
4.5 down, 4.5 to go. That one just a little bit low for a ball. Once again, it's Trace Venice. And then we'll go back to the top of the order with Henry Hamrick, who's on deck after Svenis. We'll also see Brett Hirschoff this inning as well. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. No runners on. Sprinkle in a few 1, 2, 3 innings for both teams in this ball game so far. That one, I was waiting for him to deliver that strike signal, but it is a ball. 2-1.
Looks like he motioned just a little bit outside on that one. Check swing.
You hear a mix of awesome and from the Stars and Bandit fans in attendance today.
Good turnout here. To see a lot of people make the travel down to Brookings, South Dakota.
Full count now here to Svenis. Once again, he grounded out last time he was at the plate. I think it may have been on a full count if memory serves me correctly. We'll see what happens here. Swung on and fouled away. He'll get at least one more pitch of the at-bat here.
You can hear some friendly razzing from a few of the Bandits players over towards their third base coach, getting out of the way of that grounder instead of trying to go pick it up with his bare hands. Some nice team camaraderie.
Jacob Top gets the strikeout on Svenis, and that's one away. Bring up Henry Hamrick. Third time to the plate today. The first 2 trips he grounded out to Matt Bryant on a 4-3, and then he was walked last time he was at the plate. We'll see if Top can avoid walking him this time around. I believe it was either Hamrick or the next batter, Bershoff. Well, if memory serves me correctly, it was one of those two who reached third base, and that's the furthest either team has gotten a runner on base in this game so far. That one hit up high, drifting into foul territory. Eli Mock chasing after it, and he cannot make the catch. It'll drop for a strike instead. 1 ball, 1 strike to Henry Hamrick. Hamrick getting a little bit of a lucky break there. He'll get another chance with a 1-1 count instead of his teammate coming up with 2 outs.
Yeah, and those can be tough to track. You might think that the lack of sun would make it a little bit easier to pick out in the sky, but that ball can tend to blend in a little bit with the cloudy sky we've got here today. It kind of reminds me back when the Twins played in the Metrodome. A lot of players would complain about losing the ball and that white roof.
And this one hit hard towards third. 2 bounces. Mock fires it over, and he's safe as Kobe Hansen had to jump up. Make sure that one didn't go wildly over into the first base fence, and they'll charge that as another error to the third baseman. So Hamrick reaches on an error. And Brett Hirschoff now 1 for 2. Had that infield single where I jinxed Jacob Top out of a no-hitter. And then Top would come back and say, "Take this one, Mike Mason," and he'd strike him out.
I think our crowd might pick that up too, actually.
I think it's one, let's see, one ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Now it's one ball, one strike. Okay.
Always a step ahead, like usual.
Ashton Whitty was the batter on deck, and if no double plays occur, we'll see him next for sure. 1 hour and 5 minutes, time of the ball game now. Pitch 62 coming up for Jacob Top. One ball, one strike, one out, one runner on, and no runs on the scoreboard. And Chayton Sen will get underneath that one for out number 2. Now hold Hamrick on first, bringing up the aforementioned Ashton Whitty.
That was a good call out there by Brookings, yelling 1, 1, 1, trying to get him to tag back up to first. A lot of times those flyouts, especially towards right field when the runner's taking off, that's dangerous territory for one of those double plays like you were hinting at.
Ashton Whitty, fielder's choice, and then he struck out window shopping last time he was at the plate. 2 away, runner on first is Hamrick, and the pitch is inside, and it caught the edge for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Ashton Whitty. If Whitty can reach base, it'd be Sam Harden who'd step up next, but there's 2 away. Top will stare down Hamrick on first and deliver the pitch. And this one head up high right field. Chasing after is Colby Hansen, but he'll run out of real estate, and that'll bounce out of play. Good for strike number 2.
That's a popcorn ball right there. Another 50 cents towards some delicious popcorn.
Love it. Think about $3 an hour doing that. Okay? That's not too bad. Maybe you can get some tips in there. Fouled off down the third base side, excuse me. No balls and 2 strikes now. 2 away, Hamrick the runner on first. 1 hour and 7 minutes, time of the ball game. Stars, 15 wins, 4 losses on the season, and that's a check swing. And he went, and that'll be a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Jacob Top. That will end the 5th inning of play. They will leave 1 stranded on base for a total of 6 so far, and we go to the 6th inning. The Stars will exchange their gloves for the bats and come out swinging after the break here on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right. Lincoln Harding remains on the mound. He'll toss pitch number 60 here against the top of the order, Matt Bryant. 1-2-3 due up here for the Stars. In a 0-0 ball game here in the top of the 6th alongside Eric Tianson. My name is Mike Mason with you here on Magnitude Sports. And the first pitch comes in for ball 1. to Matt Bryant. 1 for 2, a infield single, and then he would fly out into right center on a nice run and grab by Henry Hamrick. And now this one is fouled. According to, I didn't see where the ball went, but I heard the official yell foul.
Yeah, and he was pretty quick to call that one too. So got to give props to the umpire there behind the plate, shutting that one down before any controversy can arise from it. And we'll get settled back in.
That one's up just a little high for Bryant. It's now 2-1. And this one hit to right center field. Drifting back towards center, and Hamrick makes the grab.
Fly out will bring up first baseman number 28, Colby Hansen.
Colby Hansen 0 for 2, fly out and a to right field and a strikeout swinging on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. 1 hour and 10 minutes through 6 innings of play. 1 hour and 10 minutes through 2.5 innings of play for you yesterday, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Stark contrast between the games that took place yesterday and the one going on here today.
I want to say hi to Jim watching from Denver, North Carolina. Certainly appreciate you tuning in as always, Jim. Hope you're enjoying this gem of a game so far. We got a 9-inning game for you today if you're just tuning in and used to those 7-inning outings. Well, this one will be 2 more, and well, we maybe more than 2 more too. The way this one's going, it could go beyond. It could stretch beyond 9.
Yeah, I keep looking over at that scoreboard. I see they have that 10th inning built in just in case, and I kind of have a gut feeling that we might be seeing that 10 on the scoreboard used here today.
Well, I got our magnitude scoreboard goes up to 15, so as long as it doesn't go to the 16th inning, I'll be okay on my end. So hit hard, line drive into the glove of Ashton Whitty for out number 2. Couldn't quite sneak it by him into left field. That would have been a big hit. Even if it was just a single, that would have been one of the bigger hits of the game. And now Colby Hansen with the line drive out, bring up Easton Rarick to the plate.
This game is so cruel sometimes. That's potentially the hardest hit ball we've seen between either team thus far today, but right place, right time for the third baseman. Picks it out of the apple tree, and it's 2 down.
Here's the first pitch to Rarick, and he'll send it up high left field. Running after it there is Theo Sodopoulos. Makes the grab on the run. Nicely done. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. That inning went a lot quicker than I thought it did. And we are cruising. 5.5 complete. We're still looking for that first run of the game. We'll see who strikes first. Hopefully in the next 3 innings or 2.5 innings. Here we'll find out in just a moment when we return from the break here on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, warming up on the mound. There's a new pitcher here for the Stars. It's Logan Sullivan. Take care of a little blurriness there on the camera. Now let's see if we can get it in closer without it being blurry. We'll just stay right about there. So Logan Sullivan takes over for Jacob Top. Top, 66 pitches, 46 strikes, and 20 balls. And now Logan Sullivan will face the middle of the order. Batters 4, 5, and 6. He'll start off with Sam Harden. And the pitching change will hopefully, for Stars fans, keep this game at 0-0. And we'll see if Brookings makes a change in pitcher in 3 outs from now or not. Here's the first pitch from Sullivan, and he'll just miss outside for ball 1. Sam Martin 1 for 1. He was walked the first time by Jacob Top, and then infield single or an error, depending on how you scored it. We scored it as an infield hit on his second time at the plate. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes here to Sam Harden. And this one's going to be popped up, and getting underneath it there is Oliver Luck. He'll backpedal and make the catch. Nicely done by Mr. Luck.
First baseman number 14, Nathan Lease.
Jim says it's hot, humid, and 94 in Denver, North Carolina. And here in Brookings, South Dakota, we are mostly sunny and 64 degrees right now here. So 30-degree difference between here and 30 miles away from the Stars' last game of the season last year in Shelby, North Carolina. 0-1, and now he'll foul it away for 0-2. It's Nathan Lease at the plate. Lease 0 for 2, fly out to right field, and then he'd go down swinging last time he was at the plate. 0-2, and Sullivan winds and delivers. And that one hit foul down the third baseline. It'll remain 0-2. Sullivan will see if he can record that first Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout of the game for him. Here in this 0-2s, we're at an hour 17 here in the bottom of the 6th. And this one might drop for a hit. I think the last time we saw a hit was back in the first inning of play.
Yeah, it's certainly been a while since we've seen a batter square up on one, and that one just poked the other way, dropping in the opposite field. Somewhere Tony Gwynn is smiling.
Zach struck out first time at the bat. Reached base on an error charge to the third baseman last time he was at the plate. And now we have 1 out with a runner on first. That runner is Nathan Lease. Here's the pitch from Sullivan inside, and it hit him. So it'll be 2 runners on now via hit by a pitch. Theosadopoulos will be the next batter here.
Well,
he's over. Oh, go ahead, Eric.
If you're post 400, you've seen this movie before. 2 runners on with 1 down. They're able to get out of it, but another dangerous situation for him here.
Theosadopoulos 0 for 2. Pop out to the third baseman. A pop out to the first baseman. Now he swings and misses here for strike 1. Of course, Theosadopoulos made that great running catch in left field in the top half of this inning to record what, if I remember, the second out of the inning. And he'll swing and miss. He may have just barely skimmed contact on that ball. I think I heard a ding off the bat. Either way, it's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Just like when this was last time, 2 on with 1 down. Post 400 able to get a strikeout to help out their cause. Let's see if they can do it here again.
And he does get a strikeout. It's the first one of the game for Logan Sullivan. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout will record out number 2, and now it'll be up to Andrew Bishop, batter 8 in the lineup here to try and keep this inning going with 2 runners on. They've already left 6 on base, and now they're in danger of leaving 8 runners on base, with 3 of those 8 in scoring position. And now they throw to second, and he'll get back in time.
This is where the depth of your lineup is really tested. Number 8 hitter up in a big spot right here. They got to be feeling good about who they have up here, though. Try and break the deadlock in this one.
Send that one just a little low for a ball. 1-0 here to Andrew Bishop. Trace Venice is on deck. Bishop and Svenis, batters 8 and 9 in the lineup here for Brookings. 1 ball, no strike. Sullivan will wind up and deal, and it's low and inside for ball 2. The bases have only been loaded 1 time in this game. I believe that was back in the 2nd inning, and the Stars had runners on 1st and 2nd, and they loaded it with a walk. And there's a strike, 2-1. So now Sullivan will try and battle back from the 2-0 count, and he's halfway there at 2-1.
That was a good pitch right there. Able to catch the zone, keep him looking to keep it from 3-0, but not too much of a meatball where he could square up on it.
And he'll foul that one away, and now we're even at 2-2, and he's battled back successfully. If he can get a strikeout here, that would be huge for the Stars.
Absolutely.
Just a little high, maybe a little bit too aggressive on that pitch. And now a payoff pitch coming up. It's either going to be the 3rd out or the 3rd runner on base.
Biggest pitch of the game so far.
They got him. That was a close one. I thought for sure that he was going to get walked on that one, but they leave 2 stranded on base for a total of 8 so far, and we remain scoreless after 6 complete. Not quite going into the final frame. We still have 9 innings to go here in this 9-inning game, or 3 innings to go here in this 9-inning game. We'll be back after the break here on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, new pitcher on the mound here for the Bandits. It is Zach Struck coming in from the shortstop position. Some other defensive changes. We'll tell you about it here in a little bit. Crescent will ground out to Svenis as Svenis gets it over to Brett Kirchhoff, the new first baseman, coming in from right field for the 4-3 ground out. So now Chayton Sen will step up to the plate. So once again, Zach Struck pitching. Brett Kirchhoff at first, Trace Venice at second, Ashton Whitty at short, Nathan Lease from first over to third, and then Austin Clark comes into the game as a designated hitter in right field. High for a ball, 1-0 here to Chayton Sen. So Henry Hamrick still in center, Peyton Theosidopoulos still in left field. Chayton Sen 0 for 1, a walk and a fly out to left center. And now 2 balls and no strikes here to Chayton Sen. And you kind of saw this with Logan Sullivan. Those first few pitches were balls, and the same here as Zach Struck. And now he'll get a strike on the fouled away pitch. So Struck gets his first strike. I'll try and say that 3 times fast. 2 balls, 1 strike, and there is 1 out. High and in. That one just barely missed Sen's left elbow. Three and 1. Struck in danger of walking. He does not walk on that pitch. And now Sen in danger of striking out. And that one's popped up, going to right field. And that one is going to be caught by... It was Austin Clark, the right fielder. Wasn't sure if it was the right fielder or the second baseman who caught it. I had to wait there for a moment. That'll bring up Caden Graff.
Both these teams' defenses helping out their pitchers a lot. Some nice catches out in the outfield, especially by Brookings these past few innings.
Graff 0 for 2, ground out to short, and a fly out to center. Takes a strike there, it's 0-1. That's a nice pitch there. I think we said it simultaneously, so that must be a good pitch. 0-2. Two out of 2 broadcasters agree. That strike 2 was a strike 2.
Sounds like one of those toothpaste commercials.
Yeah,
9
exactly.
out of 10 dentists recommend. Good job to just get a piece of that one by Graff. Looking at a 2-strike count, able to foul it off.
Oliver Luck would be on deck if Graff can reach base here. Graff and Luck, batters 6 and 7 in the lineup for the Stars. Here's the 1-2. That one's hit high to left field. Coming in is Theo Sidopoulos, and he'll lose his hat and make the grab, and that ends the top half of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Nobody left on base as Graff flies out to Theo Sidopoulos in left field, and that brings up for the Bandits batters 9, 1, and 2. It's Savenis, Hamrick, and Hershoff pending changes. We're going to return from the break here on Magnitude Sports.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Bottom of the 7th in a scheduled 9-inning game. Trey Svenis will lead things off. It'll be batters 9, 1, and 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. And what a dandy this game has been so far, Eric.
Absolutely. Been on the edge of my seat with every at-bat. You never know when this game could get broken open, and I think our prediction of 1 run might win this game come true.
Bunted foul straight back, and had it not been for the netting, it would have been in my right hand or Eric's left hand.
Hopefully.
Get a souvenir there.
Some more popcorn, too.
We might have to split the quarters, man. Foul down the third base line. Strike 2. And the 0-2 is, that's high. Had to duck down. It's ball 1. Svenis 0 for 2. Grounded out right back to the former pitcher, Jacob Top, and then he went down swinging on strikes last time he was at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out on the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit hard to left field, and Caden Graff is there, and that's an out. Nice job by Caden Graff, as that was kind of a low fly out. Henry Hamrick brings us back to the top of the order here for the Brookings Bandits.
That's sort of the gift and the curse of having a more shallow outfield in a park like this. You might think, well, Hitters Park, a lot easier to hit them out, but on the other side of the coin, it's less space for those outfielders to cover, and I think that's why we've seen so many flyouts today.
Very good analysis. This one's popped straight up. Ripping off his helmet is Crescent, and he makes the grab for out number 2. I think that those first what happened there, I looked down. Oh, I think that was just the celebratory out throw that went into the outfield.
Yep.
Okay, got it. So Hamrick will pop out to Crescent, the catcher. I think those 2 outs took about 20 seconds to accomplish, and here's Breck Hershoff.
Yeah, lightning round here this inning.
Nice strike. Hershoff 1 for 3. He got that infield single, then he went down swinging on strikes, and he'd fly out to Chayton Sen in right field in that order on his at-bat so far. Here's the 0-1. This one going out to center field, and chasing back after it is Oliver Luck. He makes the grab, and that completes the 7th inning of play, and we remain 0-0 here at Bob Sheldon Field in Brookings, South Dakota. And we go to the 8th in a scheduled 9-inning game, so no official extra innings just yet, but stay tuned. If you're looking for extra innings, this one certainly has the potential to deliver on that promise. No guarantees, but we'll see what happens after the break here on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. The Knickerbocker in Hicks, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hicks, and just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. Seven complete. Oliver Luck made the backpedaling catch in center field, and now he'll front pedal his way up into the batter's box to lead off here in the top of the 8th.
Looks like it's someone else. Looks like that's Job Fryer.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So that awesome segue just imploded on itself. Carson Barta. No, wait, check that. It's not Carson Barta. It is Job Fryer. Just like Eric said, even though I wasn't paying attention to my counterpart here. Job Fryer will bunt and strike 1 on it on the fouled away pitch. We'll see if he squares up again here or not. And he will not, but he'll take the pitch for a strike, and it's 0-2. And that will dissolve any bunting opportunities here. He'll have to take a full swing at it. 1 hour and 33 minutes here in the top of the 8th. We got a pitcher's duel going on here. Nice defensive battle. That one's up a little high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Who said baseball was slow? We are zipping along here.
Yeah, definitely.
Seen a lot of 7-inning games that are much longer than the one we have right here.
He tried to paint the corner, but as they say in grade school, color inside the lines, and he colored outside the line there. So 2-2. And this one hit right back to Struck. He'll pick it up, take a couple steps, toss it over to Hershoff for out number 1. That brings up Eli Mock. Pending a change, no, it will be Eli Mock.
Following the ground out, we'll bring up third baseman, number 15, Eli Mock.
Mock 0 for 2, struck out swinging, and then he grounded out to third on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. And that one is hit deep to left center, and Theo Sidopoulos is there to make the catch, and that's out number 2.
That one sounded good off the bat, but
yeah,
outfielder's got some range out there.
Well, the Bandits had that hit to center field that Oliver Luck really had to hustle to get to, and Theo Sidopoulos really had to hustle to get to that one. So still, nobody's broken the goose eggs on the scoreboard here as Zach Struck steps off the mound as he prepares to go up against Jackson Beiswinger. 0 for 2 against Harding, the first pitcher for the Bandits. This is his first plate appearance against Zach Struck. And he'll miss outside for ball 1 to Beiswinger. On deck is Matt Bryant. 2 outs. And I said this a few innings ago, but all the innings have ended on the same batter. And Jackson Beiswinger will take a swing and a miss for a strike. And it's 1-1. So if Beiswinger could reach base, then that would break the pattern finally. And that one is a line drive to left field. He'll drop for a hit. It'll get by Theo Sidopoulos, and he'll move into second. And that is a big hit for the post 400 Stars.
It's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Stars right there. Extra base hit, albeit it comes with 2 outs, but they're not going to care. They got a runner in scoring position. They got the top of the order coming up.
And now instead of Matt Bryant, they're going to send in number 12, Grant Matter. So runner on second. When was the last time the Stars had a runner on second? It had to be back in like the 2nd or 3rd inning, I think. Yeah. Stars have not gotten a they have gotten 1 runner to 3rd. And that was 1st and 2nd with a walk that loaded the bases. I think that was back in like the 1st or 2nd inning, if I remember correctly, maybe the 3rd. The Stars have only left 3 runners on base, 2 of those 3 in scoring position. And they'll throw it back to second. He's back in time. It's 2 balls and a strike here to Grant Matter.
Now time's going to be called, it looks like.
Looks like Coach Fichtner for the Stars is going to send a courtesy runner to second to take over for Beiswinger. And that, or maybe a pinch runner. It's going to be Jake Jarashevsky coming in to take over the running honors on second. Maybe it's my hunch is that it's put a speedier runner on second. The way this game is going, you want to put your fastest runner on second with 2 outs in case he does get a base hit.
Yeah, 1 into the outfield. If it drops for a hit, might score the runner from second. So I totally see the logic behind that.
3 balls and 1 strike, and this is a crucial and crucial pitch here for Zach Struck. And he'll walk him, and now runners on 1st and 2nd. And the Stars are knocking on the door here.
We'll bring up number 10, Drew Rarick.
Drew Rarick will step into the number 2 spot. Get some fresh hitters into the lineup here for the Stars. And now the Bandits will have a quick get-together on the mound here.
Yeah, with runners on 1st and 2nd now, probably different plan of attack for how they're going to go after this new hitter as well. Of course, the pinch hitter Rarick coming in, and got the other Rarick coming up right after him. So some dangerous bats looming here. 0-0 in the 8th, and like we keep saying, 1 run might be enough to win this game.
And I have to wonder if Brookings has maybe watched some Magnitude broadcasts, because they ironically took a visit to the mound right before Drew Rarick comes up to bat, and he's one of 2 Stars players who hit a home run this year. He hit a home run to deep center field against Okojobi, or however that's said, in the 3rd or 4th game of the season down in Iowa. And there's a strike there on Drew Rarick. So Hayden Crescent and Drew Rarick are the only 2 Stars that have home runs this year.
Here we go, cool bandit!
So far. And that one's a little bit low and out. Rarick almost chased after it, but I do believe he checked his swing.
That was a good knockdown by the catcher, too. Sometimes those pitches are a little harder to stop than they look, and the runners on first and second, you definitely don't want that ball getting past. A lot of space between home plate and the backstop.
1 ball, 1 strike. As Struck looks at Jaroszewski, and that one's fouled away after he delivers the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Jake Jaroszewski on second, Grant Matter the runner on first, Drew Rarick at the plate, and Easton Rarick on deck.
Big pitch right here, 1-2 count.
And the windup. And that one goes into the dirt, and a nice block there by Sam Harden. Otherwise, we could have 2 runners in scoring position had he not done the job there. Two biggest things they teach catchers is to frame it up and to block it. And that one ripped hard to left field, and had he waited a split second on that, it would have been fair down the 3rd base line. Did I say right field? I meant to say left field, but
I'll say this, probably put a jolt in the heart of a lot of these Bandits players here as soon as that one left the bat, but drifting foul.
And right up the middle, it's going to be a base hit. Jaroszewski, they're going to wind him home. It gets by the center fielder. He'll come in. They're also going to round Grant Matter, and it's now 2-0 in favor of the Stars. It'll be an RBI single for Drew Rarick, and then Grant Matter will score on an error charge to the center fielder. So a hit and an error on that play.
On the RBI single, shortstop number 2, Easton Rarick.
How about that? Exactly what they were looking for. Got to tip your cap to the coaching staff there of the Stars. The pinch hitter, and it pays off in a big way.
2-0 in favor of the Stars.
They've got a chance for 1 more here.
I didn't say it live, but hopefully you will confirm it. I said during the commercial break that this was the inning where the Stars were going to score, and I was 0 for 1 on my predictions. Now I'm 1 for 1, right?
And I can be the witness to that. I can verify that indeed you nailed it.
And they will leave 1 stranded on base, but they get 2 across to take a 2-0 lead. And the Stars have a little bit of life. And now we'll see if they can put up a little bit more defense like they have in the first 7 innings to carry that 2-0 lead into the 9th. The Bandits up to bat here in the home half of the 8th when we return right after the break. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right. We're going to take a hit away for the Bandits, and we'll take a hit away for the Stars. And I'll match up with the scoreboard in the outfield. At least I think. Yes, it does. 2-0, 3-2 in hits, 2-2 in errors, and 4 left on base for post 400 and 8 left on base for the Brookings Bandits. And they say that the final score is the most important stat, but if this game stays at 2-0 or maybe even 3-0 or even 2-1 or 3-1 or 3-2, then the left on base stat could be the most important stat in this game.
Yeah, that is certainly something to watch here as we have 2 frames left to go.
Or 1.5 frames to be exact.
There, yeah.
Yeah. 1 hour and 45 minutes time of the game. It took 1 hour and 43 minutes to put the first runs across the plate. This is Ashton Whitty, by the way.
There's a very good chance that this game will take less time than it took to get us here.
Yeah, very possible. And we can't minus an hour for a time difference either. This game, 45 minutes long if you are in the Mountain Time Zone, 1 hour and 45 if you're in the Central Time Zone. 2 balls and a strike here to Ashton Whitty. He's 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice, struck out window shopping, and struck out swinging in that order. And now it's 3-1 here to Whitty. And Whitty will be walked. Fielder's choice, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Puts the runner on, and now the Brookings Bandits will try and respond here with Sam Harding, who will represent the tying run should he come around and score.
Here we go. Real chance right here for Brookings. 1 up and 1 on. If you got 2 to score in these next 2 half innings, they'll get the hit. Golden opportunity to get at least 1 here.
One ball, no strike on that pitch here. The batter, Sam Harding, 1 for 2, walked. Infield single. And a fly out to left center field. And now a visit by Coach Fichtner to the mound here for the Post 400 Stars. 1 ball, no strike is the count. The runner on first is Ashton Whitty. And I have a suspicion here that Fichtner's like, okay, here's the scenario. We got a runner on base with nobody out. And here's what we're going to do to keep it that way.
Nice, quick, easy visit to the mound right there.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe Fichtner just went out there to crack a joke. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes coaches do that to fuel up their team for a defensive stand. So.
Yeah, baseball got to be one of the, if not the most mental sports there is.
Oh, he dropped it. And it's going to be a force out at second, or what's going to be the call here? Easton Rarick almost caught it, and if he would have caught it, I think he was thinking double play before he caught it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the line will bring out.
So Harding will reach with a fielder's choice. Will they charge an error? No, they will not. And then the force out at second on Whitty. And now that one's fouled away by Nathan Lease. And it's 0-1. So Sam Harding is the runner on first for the Brookings Bandits. And Nathan Lease 1 for 3. Fly out to right center, struck out swinging, and then he singled to right field on a little blooper in the shallow right over the backpedaling first baseman, Colby Hansen. And that one's high and out for a ball. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike now here to Nathan Lease on that fouled away pitch. Zach Struck is a scheduled batter on deck here for the Bandits. And now Lease represents the tying run. And that one will miss for a ball. 2-1 the count here to Nathan Lease. Once again, Logan Sullivan on the mound, came in the, I believe, the top or the bottom of the 7th in relief for Jacob Top. No, it was the bottom of the 6th. Will they get 2? There's 1, and now they fired over for 2. They got it. It's a double play. And that will end the 8th inning of play. The Bandits Brookings will have one more chance to play defense and then one more chance to try and get what the Bandits hope is only 2 runs, 3 to walk it off, but we still got the Stars to take care of in the top of the 9th when we return after the break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, 8 complete. We move to the top of the 9th. 7 good innings for the post 400 Stars and 1 fabulous, phenomenal inning for the post 400 Stars as they score 2 in the top of the 8th and they turn a 5-4-3 double play in the bottom of the 8th to quickly pop the balloon of hope for the Brookings Bandits in that 8th inning. And now they'll have to try and play some defense here in the top of the 9th against Hayden Crescent, Chayton Sen, and Caden Graff. The scheduled batters pending changes, and we will have a change. Coming in for Hayden Crescent will be Evan Erickson.
Yeah, a lot of talk in this game has been about the pitching, but how about the defense, especially that double play? But really all game long, both these teams have been airtight in the field.
Here's the first pitch, and that one's ripped hard to left, and it will last drop for a single. It'll roll all the way to the fence, and it'll actually be a double. And he'll put on the brakes there at second. Evan Erickson with a leadoff double down the line in left field all the way to the fence. And Theo Sadopoulos had a lot of catching up to do to get to that one.
Yeah, he was able to run down a lot of those balls in left field, but I don't think anyone in the world was tracking down that one. Nice hit by Erickson.
Yeah, not unless he was purposely stationed along that third base line. I believe it's Matt, number 15. Let me double check the roster here. Eli Mock.
Coach is going to have a word with the umpire here.
Well, Eli Mock, the batter, and on deck is a person I don't have on our roster, number 27. It's 1 ball, no strike to Eli Mock, and number 27. I'm drawing a blank. I don't recognize him, and I don't have him in my roster. And it looked like he was showing bunt. He missed the bunt. It's good for a strike. It's 1-1. This might be the first time in the history of Post 400, well, I have to ask a visiting team who our player is. 2-1. I think what I'll do, for the sake of pride, is I'll just let the PA announcer say it.
Oldest trick in the book. Been there and done that.
Well, hopper right back to Struck. He'll throw out Eli Mock at first on a 1-3 ground out. And Evan Erickson advances over to third.
Ground out over to the plate. Number 27, Matt Nelson.
Matt Nelson, the batter. I'll have to add him because I don't have him in my roster, period. I don't even have him under a different jersey number. So Matt Nelson's number 27. There, now he's in my roster. And that was a strike. It's 0-1 here to Matt Nelson. Evan Erickson on third. He'll tip it foul for strike 2. On deck is Joel Fryer. Well, Stars looking to move to 16-4 on the season here. If they can hold on to this 2-0, potentially upcoming 3-0 lead. He'll foul it off once again.
And Nelson's on it. These last two, he's fouled just straight back into the backstop netting. Just maybe a tiny bit underneath it, but if he could square up on one, he could send it a long ways.
And even a deep fly out, but that one's going to drift foul. And he thought about taking, but he will hold on. It's a pop out for Nelson into foul territory on the third base side. And that was caught by Nathan Lease.
Number 7, Joe Fryer.
Joe Fryer with 2 away and Evan Erickson, the runner, on third. Point the bat up in the air. I don't know if that's a Babe Ruth for a pop up to the first base side, but. And a nice block there by Harden, because if he would not have done that, Erickson would have come in and scored.
Yeah, Harden's been fantastic today behind the plate. Saved a few bases, if you will, and definitely saved a run right there.
1 ball, no strike here to Joel Fryer. And that one's inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Nick Hasbargen is on deck here for the Stars. And that one hit to left field, and that might drop. It might drop, and it does drop for a hit. It's an RBI single for Joel Fryer that scores. Evan Erickson from third, and it's a 3-0 lead as we hit the 1 hour, 57-minute mark of the ball game.
RBI single bring to the plate.
And now Nick Hasbargen.
Number 15, Nick Hasbargen.
Will come in, and he likes left field as well. Runner goes, throw up to second, and he would not complete the catch, and that will allow Fryer to move into scoring position here. And with 2 outs, you got to wonder if we're going to have a visit to the mound here soon for Brookings.
Yeah. Well, they're in a dangerous spot with a runner on second, but in the mind of Brookings, you just got to get 1 more out here before turning it over to your bats.
And that's ball 1 here to Nick Hasbargen. My guess is or it's ball 2. If it gets to a 3-0 or a 3-1 count, we might see a visit to the mound. Or maybe even a walk. And that, or maybe a bad pitch that advances the runner to third. We'll see. Still no movement from the Brookings dugout, so I've been usually pretty good at calling those visits to the mound, but I missed it this time, so. 3 balls and no strikes, and a walk here to Hasbargen would potentially pull the trigger on that mound visit. And they will. And they have confidence in their team. No visit from the mound here, as now runners on the corners.
Following the walk to Hasbarger, we'll bring up number 5, Jake Jarashevsky.
Jake Jarashevsky into the lineup now here for the Stars. It's a 3-0 lead, and they have another runner on third with 2 outs. Looking to duplicate what they did in the previous inning with 2 runs. As Struck will look over at Hasbargen, deliver the pitch. Pitch comes in for a strike just above the knees, 0-1 to Jake Jarashevsky. Inside for a ball, 1-1. Struck looking at Hasbargen, and now he delivers. And that one came in, was it a strike? Yes, it was.
Those runners have been dancing around between first and third a little bit, maybe trying to distract the pitcher and the catcher, but
yeah,
if you're the
potentially
pitcher struck, you just need one more strike to get out of here.
Potentially trying to draw that throw for the double steal. And this one lined towards third. And can he get it to first in time? He can, and that'll prevent the run from scoring. So they'll leave 2 stranded on base, and it's now do or die time for the Bandits. They need at least 3 to keep this thing going, or 4 to lock it off and win. It's going to be an interesting bottom of the ninth when we return after the break here at Multitude Sports. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, Logan Sullivan done with 33 pitches, 20 strikes, 13 balls, and coming in to try and get the save is Carson Barta.
Yeah, and he really impressed me in his appearance in Game 1 of the Blue and White series. He came in relief there and pitched the final few innings, and he was dominant, and is no surprise to see him out here trying to get the save 3-run lead, and we'll see if he can shut him down.
He's squaring off against Zach Struck. Struck out swinging, reached base on an error, and was hit by a pitch on his 3 trips to the plate. This one is backpedaling Easton Rarick for out number 1. And now he flies out to the shortstop on a soft line drive. Peyton Theosidopoulos.
There you go. You nailed it. Final chance to do it, and I give you a 10 out of 10.
First pitch to Theosidopoulos is up high for a ball. 1-0. Theosidopoulos 0 for 3. A fly out to the first baseman, a fly out to the third baseman, and then struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Now he has a 2 balls, no strike count here against Carson Barta. And that one fouled off. Good for strike 1, and another 50 cents for the lucky recipient of that fouled away pitch.
The crowd mic might be picking up some clamor on the bleachers. Those are the little children with endless energy, probably hopped up on sugar from the freeze pops.
And that one is, ooh, it's going to be a close call. Dish it off. No, he did not get it there in time, and that could potentially be an error to the first baseman. Let's see how they charge it.
Bring up right fielder number 9.
Looks like the rule as an infield single per the PA announcement. And that just barely cracks the door open just a tiny bit for Brookings here. They've got a runner on now.
That one's fouled away for strike 1. So there's one out, one runner on. It's Theosidopoulos on first. Got there via an infield single, according to the official score. 5 hits for post 400, 3 hits now for Brookings. And that one will get away, even up the count at 1-1 against Andrew Bishop, and allow Theosidopoulos to move into second. So now Theosidopoulos is in scoring position. And on only one occasion in this game has the Brookings Bandits been beyond second base. And I believe that was all the way back in the second inning when they got a runner on third.
Well, now is the time to do it if you're Brookings.
Of course, it took 8 innings for the Stars to get a runner beyond second. And now maybe it's time for Brookings to do something similar. We'll see. Carson Barta will try and prevent that. That one escapes, and that'll allow him to move into third. And it'll make the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
And another dangerous moment there. That ball getting away, and nice heads-up play over there at short to back him up. Otherwise, that could have been the first run scored for Brookings.
3-0 looks monstrous the way this game has been going, but had that run come in, 3-1 doesn't look as monstrous. We'll see if they can get that run. They're in a good position with a runner on third and only 1 out. But the tying run is on deck, Trace Venice. And he'll walk them, and now runners on the corners.
Following the walk, will bring up second baseman number 2, Trace Venice.
And here comes Fick, I believe. Yeah, he's gonna, maybe not. He took a step out of the dugout. Now he's turning around and going back into the dugout. So no visit to the mound here for the Stars. First and third now here for the Bandits. Carson Barta on pitch number 11. 5 balls, 5 strikes on 10 pitches so far. And the pitch number 11 is in for ball 1 to the batter, Trace Venice. This game was cruising along through the first 7.5 innings at about 1 hour and 47 minutes. And now here in the final 1.5 innings, we've spent 20 minutes. We're at 2 hours, 7 minutes now. And the Stars trying to hang on to a 3-0 advantage here in the bottom of the 9th. The 2 runners on base plus the batter have to come around and score in order to keep this game going into the 10th.
It's a big spot right here. If you're Barta, you want to battle back and just try and find the zone for 1 strike. You have to imagine the batter is going to be tempted not to swing here.
And he'll get that strike in there. 3-1 to Savenis.
Sometimes that's all you need. You just need to see the umpire give the strike signal once to get your mojo back. So be interested to see what Barta comes with here.
And he'll walk him. Now load the bases for the second time in this game. Once for the Stars, once for the Bandits, and with 1 out, a base hit here would be huge. It is Henry Hamrick as we go back to the top of the order.
Yeah, and now here comes Coach out to have a meeting on the mound, and you are right, base hit, and all of a sudden this game takes on a whole different tone.
And we'll see what if we can read lips or read actions. So Fickner just gonna coach his boys up here saying, hey, you know, we got 1 out. If we get a hit to a positional player, don't worry about the runner at home. If it's an easy, say, second to first double play, take it. If it's not an easy one, say maybe a hit to short or third to get the force out at home, or a short roller right back to Barta at the pitching position. Maybe toss it back to home to get that lead runner out, get that second out. The second out is big. I think the best way to get a second out here is to strike out Hamrick if Carson Barta's up to that task. because that would completely force out opportunity at home. This one hit hard and foul down the third base line, just barely foul. Had he held back on his swing even a 100th of a second, that would have been a 2-run double down into left field.
Oh yeah, that would have turned this game on its head, but instead they'll settle back in for pitch number 2.
Barta winds up on the 0-1 count, and this one hit hard, and it's the exact same outcome. So 2 pitches, he gets 2 strikes. I don't know if you call it the hard way or the easy way, but it's a strike nonetheless. And now the 3rd strike's gonna have to come the hard way. He's gonna have to sneak one by him here. And time is called. Hamrick 0 for 3, ground out, walk, reach base on an error. Then he would fly out. And this one hit hard to third. They'll send it back home. Ball is dropped and he'll score. And the Bandits are on the board here with 1 away in the bottom of the 1st, and the bases remain loaded.
Hamrick will reach on the air, bring in a run. We'll bring up first baseman number 12, Brett Kershaw.
Now a base hit might tie this game.
Go, Brett. Next guy up. Next guy up.
Bishop over to third, Svennis up to second, Hamrick up to first on the air, and then that one pops right back, and they will not, another run comes in, and they get the 2 runs that we were talking about, but they didn't get them in quite the conventional way that we thought they would. And now, go ahead.
That's why these insurance runs are oh so important. If they didn't get that one in the 9th, all of a sudden it'd already be a tie game with 2 in scoring position.
It's Brett Kershaw. And a near disaster there for the Stars.
Yeah, I don't know if they might need another meeting on the mound here soon, just to take a second and take a deep breath. You're still leading this game here in the 9th inning. Just need 2 more outs to get out of this one.
Hershoff looking for a base hit to potentially walk it off here for the Bandits. And Barta will deliver a strike. 2-1 the count here to Hershoff. And this one, a bouncer towards short. He'll fire it over to first on the hop. He scooped it and got the out. And that is 2 away now. Some of the Bandit fans disagreeing with that call at first. And, you know, it was close. They may have a case, but it's an out for out number 2. It's a ground out. But the game is now tied as the run comes in to score on the ground out at first, and the pitch is across for a ball, 1-0.
I'm curious
or ground out to third, I meant to say.
Curious to see what Brookings does with their runner over at second. If they dare try and send him, get him even closer for the winning run, or if they're content to just take their tie. Well, hang on.
And might have a little rundown here between second and third. And that will end the game, or no, will not end the game. It'll send it to extra innings. Well, that was not the conventional way to end the 9th inning of play, as Hamrick gets caught between second and third on a rundown. He's tagged out on a 4-5 tag out. And now we go to extra innings, folks. We have 9 complete, and we were tied 0-0 at the end of 7. We're tied 3-3 at the end of 9. Not sure. We kind of talked about the possibility of extra innings, but I don't think we expect the score to be 3-3.
No.
We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Bonus baseball for you here on Magnitude Sports. Grant Matter will step up to the plate at the 2-hour, 17-minute mark of the ball game. 7 scoreless innings, 2 innings of scoring, and on deck for you, 7 more innings of scoreless baseball. And the Stars play at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning in Rapid City.
Well, what did we say? We were looking at that scoreboard. We noted the 10 innings that they had up there, and I think I said, get the feeling we might see that in use, and here we are, free baseball.
New pitcher on the mound for Brookings, by the way. Ashton Whitty and Zach Struck flip-flop between short and pitcher. Zach Struck, 49 pitches, 30 strikes, 19 balls. This one, diving catch by the center fielder, Hamrick. And that is out number 1, and that is, if the Bandits can find a way to win this game, that might be the play of the game. It might be, but right now this game could go either way.
I gotta say, these outfielders for Brookings have been something else today. They've covered a lot of green space out there, and that catch the best of the bunch so far.
I don't know what's more stressful. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. That one's hit hard, high, deep left field, going all the way back to the fence, and it is inside the park, and it is a double. It hit the 3rd sponsor banner on the fence and came that shy of making it a 4-3 lead for the Post 400 Stars.
Oh, man, that was about as close as you could get to a home run. There's a Twitter account that'll keep track of home runs or flyouts that are hit throughout the MLB, and it will measure what ballparks that those hits would be home runs in or not. And I get the feeling that there's a fair amount of Legion ballparks that one might have gotten out of.
And a strike is tossed there. I believe it's Easton Rarick. Yes, it is. Want to say hi to Chris? He says, now it gets interesting. It certainly has gotten interesting. Chris, thanks for tuning in. Certainly appreciate that. Hit hard right field, and that could be enough to give the Stars the lead. Rounding 3rd is Drew Rarick, assisted by his brother Easton Rarick on the RBI double to right field. Rarick bats in Rarick, and the Stars take a 4-3 lead here in the top of the 10th.
It's the Super Rarick brothers coming through once again for Post 400.
Number 4, Evan Erickson.
Well, last year it was the Super Mock brothers, and this year it's the Super Rarick brothers.
The Mock to Mock connection. How could I forget?
Yeah. Said that at least 127 times last year. High and in for ball 1. Evan Erickson, the batter, hit a deep, I believe it was a double to left field down the 3rd base line that Theo Sadopoulos couldn't catch up to. That would put the 2 runs on the board in the top of the 8th for the Stars. And this one he'll foul back, and it'll be good for a strike, 1-1.
Good pitch right there. A lot of movement on that one.
4-3 in favor of the Stars. And 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Evan Erickson. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Evan Erickson. On deck is Eli Mock, or at least he's the scheduled batter. That one's popped up and out of play. First base side, and the 8-year-old version of Cup from the St. Louis Rams, or Los Angeles Rams now. We'll go with the free popcorn for that one. 2-2. Stares down the runner on second, delivers, and he'll swing through. It'll be a drop 3rd strike, and Evan Erickson will not run that one. Yes, he did run it out, and now the throw back home and the slide and the play at the plate, he's out. And I don't know, I think there's going to be some talk about that one.
Sounds like there's talk about the play at first, too.
Yeah, and I'm not sure who yelled that out. I would assume it's a Brookings fan who yelled that out, but I would have to maybe give him the benefit of the doubt that he might be right. Now the coach for the Brookings Bandits will come out and talk to the second base umpire who made the call on that play at first. And, you know, you could tell when I was calling the play there that I was about to say that he was out. And then right when I got the O of OUT out of my mouth, the referee called him, or the official called him safe, and I had to change what I was saying there. So,
yeah, that one was about as close as it gets, and you can see that first baseman just stretching as far as he could.
But see, there was one out on the board already, and if Easton Rarick came around, was tagged out.
Now they got the 2, it looks like. Because they had one out, and then Rarick got tagged out at home for out number 2.
Okay, so he was safe at first, and then he was out at home, so that's 2 outs. Okay,
yeah.
Got it. That one will pounce away. Rarick will head over to third. Eli Mock, the batter. And it's 2 balls and no strikes now to Eli Mock, who's 0 for 4, struck out swinging, ground out, fly out, and a ground out in that order. 2 hours, 22 minutes, 2 outs, and now a walk. A walk to Eli Mock. We'll put him on base. Runners on the corners now for the Stars for Matt Nelson. Matt Nelson, fly out, his last time at the plate. Runner goes. They'll throw it back to third, and that'll give the free steal for Eli Mock over at second.
And that's a smart play by the catcher there, not to get baited into throwing over to second base.
Yep.
That runner at third, he would have taken off as soon as that ball left his hand.
No balls, 1 strike to Matt Nelson. Make that 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on second and third, and a base hit here would be absolutely huge, or something like that would be even huge. He lost the ball, and now rounding third is Eli Mock. The play at home, he's safe. And 2-run score in a very unconventional way. On a pass ball / wild pitch, Evan Erickson comes in from third, and then Eli Mock steps on the gas pedal and comes in and scores as well. And all of a sudden, the Stars have doubled up the Bandits here with 3 in the top of the 10th to take a 6-3 lead.
Go figure, right? Game that has been just so low scoring throughout almost its entirety. And then 3 runs here in the bottom of the 9th, 3 in the top of the 10th. Has been broken wide open.
And Nelson will send that foul for strike 2, and it's a full count on Matt Nelson. And all that happened on a 1 ball, no strike count. Well, the pitch that came through would have been ball 2 during Matt Nelson's at bat. He hasn't reached base yet, and he gets credit for 2 RBIs. And now he reaches base. Probably not an RBI officially, but I mean, we'll give it to him verbally. It won't go into the stat book, but we'll give it to him verbally.
Those are stats you bring up in your contract negotiations. Numbers that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, I drove in 2 runs without swinging the bat. That should be a good $2 million right there. Let's see. This is Joe Fryer at the plate. 1 ball, no strike. And the pitch is high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Joe Fryer. Nick Hasbargen is on deck should Fryer reach base with 2 away. And no force out on Nelson, who's standing on first. And now they'll try and get Nelson out at first, but he'll slide back in head first safely. 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Runner on first is Matt Nelson. On deck is Nick Hasbargen, and we'll see if we see him or not. This one is ball 3. We talked about that free strike coupon. You're not going to steal it from me on this particular at-bat, but you might have a chance over the next 3 or 4 batters to do it.
Yeah.
We'll see if he cashes in his coupon here, and he does. Although in the 5 or so years I've been calling baseball, this in year 5 has been the first time I've seen in multiple games batters swing on a 3-0 count. Outside, now the toss up to second. That's going to be close. Nope.
He walked.
He got there in time. Oh, yeah. I was not paying attention. You're right. He walked. So no stolen base there. Nick Hasbargen will be the next batter after the visit to the mound here. And that's going to do it for Ashton Whitty. 24 pitches, 14 balls, 10 strikes. We'll have a new pitcher on the mound here for Brookings. And it appears to be Trey Svenis. So that means we'll have a new second baseman. And my guess is that new second baseman will more than likely be Ashton Whitty. So Trey Svenis will take some warm-up pitches here on the mound for Brookings, trying to prevent the Stars from scoring that 4th run of the inning with 2 outs here. He'll try and record that final out, and then it'll be a mountain of a task. You know, normally 3 runs isn't a mountain, but in this game, 3 runs certainly is a mountain based on how this game has gone so far. 2 hours and 28 minutes. We were, I think, through the 7th inning of play, or the the 7th inning of play, I think we were at like an hour and 15 or something like that, and now it's been an additional hour and 15 beyond that, almost. Hour and 13 to be more precise. And Trace Venice warming up here. We want to thank some of our sponsors, including our friends Sean Carlson, mortgage lender at Town and Country Credit Union, Close Mentors, Sinorama in Fargo, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate. Got to go driving school in Fargo. Mr. Jeff Weber, give him a call if you got a student looking for driving classes. Custom Express Car Wash, Runnings, Touchmark, Knickerbocker and Hickson, Starion Bank, and also, last but certainly not least, Buffalo Wild Wings, taking care of your home runs and strikeouts. And Nick Hasbargen was walked last time he was at the plate, and now he'll step up to the plate again here to try his luck against pitch number 1 from Trey Savenis.
Well, I think that's actually Eli Mock who's in the box, too. I believe there's 2 15s here today for the Stars, hence the confusion with Hasbargen. But it sounded like over the PA announcement, and just based off what I'm hearing from fans in the crowd here, that it's Mock who's in the box right now.
And they have had 2 number 15s on the roster before, but they were wearing different colored jerseys, which made it a little bit easier to identify there. 1 ball, 1 strike to, we're thinking it's Mock?
I believe so.
Okay.
Back to the zone, Trey, here we go.
Eli Mock. If it is Eli Mock, he's 0 for 4, so. Yep, it is. I got confirmation now, so. Trying to bust him out of that 0 for 4 pattern. Runners on first and second for the Stars. Matt Nelson on second, Joel Fryer on first. Eli Mock the batter with Jake Jaroszewski on deck. Mock pounds it towards third. He'll step on the bag at the force out there, so Mock will reach on a fielder's choice, and they will leave 2 stranded on base. And the force out at third on Matt Nelson will end the inning. It'll be Ashton Whitty, Sam Harden, and Nathan Lease. Batters 3, 4, and 5, pending changes for the Bandits. When we return here in the bottom of the 10th, they need 3 to tie and 4 to walk it off. We'll see if they can do it right after this. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
9 runs in the last 2.5 frames. No runs in the first 7 frames here, and the Stars lead 6-3. Carson Barta just tossed a strike, and now he just tossed a ball. It's 1-1 to the batter. Ashton Whitty is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice, struck out twice, once looking, once swinging, and then he was walked. And he'll catch the corner for strike 2.
And this is the Carson Barta that we're a lot more used to seeing right here. Looks sharp right now, pounding that zone.
And that'll be a drop third strike, and they will not throw him out. He'll be safe. He'll reach on a drop third strike.
That's the lifeline that Brookings is looking for right here. They had a 3-run miracle in the last bottom half of the inning. They're going to have to do it all over again, but how you do it is just one runner at a time.
Well, we'll see if Carson Barta learned anything from the bottom of the 9th when he had to protect a 3-run lead and the Bandits would come back and tie it. And now he has another chance to protect a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 10th at 6-3. Something tells me we have not seen the final run scored yet. I don't know why I get that feeling. And if I say that too often, I might not be doing this job for much longer.
That was a close play over at first right there. Runner getting maybe slightly careless with his lead off, and courtesy throw over, nearly got the tag, and that would have been something.
Sam Harden, the batter, 1 for 3, walk, single, fly out, reached on a fielder's choice. Nothing in 1 here to Sam Harden. Now Harden will make it 0-2 as he fouls that one away down the third base line. Now Harden will call time. Now the official will grant the honor to pitch, and the pitch will come. And this one down the third base line, snagged by Eli Mock, throws it over, it's scooped, got him. Wow. That is probably the play of the game for the Stars.
What a stop right there. Like I always say, they call it the hot corner for a reason. A lot of those righty hitters just pulling it down the line, and Mock ready for that one. Great throw over to first to boot, and that's a big first out.
Runner does advance to second, puts him in scoring position, but it takes another runner off base. And this one hit high center field. Oliver Luck tracking back, gets underneath it. That's out number 2, and Ashton Whitty will stay at second base on the flyout by Nathan Lease, bringing up Zach Struck. Unless there's a change in the lineup here, and there will not be. It will indeed be Zach Struck. So now the Bandits need 2 runs on 2 outs to tie this thing up. Check that, 3 runs on 2 outs to tie this thing up.
It's been a long and hard road to get here, but if you're post 400, you can just almost taste it. Oh, so close. Just need 1 more out here.
Peyton Theosadopoulos is on deck if Struck can reach base. Barta will step off the mound, forcing Whitty to touch up on second. 1 ball, no strike, 2 outs, runner on second, and the pitch comes in low for ball 2. Carson Barta on 32 pitches now, and even 16-16 on the ball strike split. Looks back at second, delivers the 2-0, got it in there for a strike. Nice job there by Barta, 2-1. Including our pregame show, which is pretty much non-existent. We've been on the air for 2 hours and 37 minutes. Time of the game, 2 hours, 36 minutes so far. That one's fouled away, and that'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just 1 strike away now.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second. And a big pitch for Carson Barta. And time is called. And this one, bouncing ball to short, and it gets through the legs of Easton Rarick. Rounding third is Ashton Whitty. He will score on an error charged to the shortstop. And Zach Struck reaches on that error.
Well, we are not done yet.
No, we sure are not. Peyton Theosadopoulos steps up to the plate now here for the Bandits.
Isn't that ironic? Last time he was up, I said that'd be the last time you called his name and you nailed it. But you get an extra chance and you nailed it again.
And that one's popped up, and that's out of play, and 10-year-old Cup goes to get it again. That St. Louis Ram fan has made $1 in the last inning. Theosadopoulos will swing and maybe grazed it, but it's a strike nonetheless. And it's 0-2 here. Fly out, strikeout, and an infield single last time he was at the plate. And now Theosadopoulos he tried to send it over the outer edge. Didn't quite paint the corner and didn't get Theosadopoulos to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away, and the winning pitch is not going to be that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a 6-4 game. That one's hit hard to right field, and Chayton Sen is there, and Chayton Sen will send the Stars to Rapid City with a 16-4 record to the Veterans Classic Tournament. As they take care of business here in extra innings, your final score, 6-2. And what a game it was. Official time of the game, 2 hours and 39 minutes on the flyout by Theosadopoulos into right field. Chayton Sen ends it, and there's your final line score. We need to add a few more hits for the Stars here. Let's do that really quick. We'll go here, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. They already erased the scoreboard, but I promise you, 9 is indeed right. So 6 runs on 9 hits. They've committed 4 errors and left 8 on base. The Bandits, 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors, and they leave a total of 9 on base. That should have went to the other team. 9 on base, so 8 on base for the Stars. And that'll do it for our broadcast here. We'll pack things up. We'll head over to Rapid City, and we'll talk to you again bright and early at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's 10 o'clock in the morning for our friends back home in Fargo or other parts of the Central Time Zone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Eric, your final thoughts on this one here before we wrap it up.
Well, it was a game that had a little bit of everything. We had 7 innings of a pitcher's duel, and then both these teams' offenses coming to life at the end. For Fargo, it was a nice win, a gutty win. I think a lot of teams, after surrendering up those 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th, they might have crumbled, but they came back with 3 in the 10th, and it's a good win going into the tournament that they're going to be doing down in Rapid City.
All right, well, we'll be, like Eric just said, we'll be in. We'll be in Rapid City, and then let's take a look at that schedule while we have an opportunity to do so. So the Stars will take on Miles City at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. They'll come back at 2 o'clock on Friday, taking on Bellevue. I believe it's Bellevue East. That's a team out of Nebraska. And then they'll have Cheyenne, Wyoming at 12:30 on Saturday. And then depending on how the Stars do in those 3 games, in comparison to how the other teams do in their 3 games, the Stars may or may not have a game on Sunday. And so we'll have to see how that all works out here. But we'll tell you on Saturday for sure if we have a game on Sunday or not. And then we go back to Fargo. The Astros take on Devils Lake. And then the Post 400 Stars kick off the summer portion of their Legion baseball schedule at Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown. Well, they'll take on the Post 14 Jamestown Eagles at 5 and 7:30. That is a doubleheader that the Stars start the season out on every single year. And it's always a fun one. I think the Stars swept them last season. And we'll see if the Eagles can get 2 back on the Stars or if the Stars will sweep them again. It's going to be tough. Stars move into the Veterans Classic Tournament in Rapid City with a record of 16 wins and 4 losses. Once again, the time of the game, 2 hours and 39 minutes. Big thanks to our sponsors. Big thanks to Eric Tiansen. Big thanks to all of our viewers, Chris, and also Jim from Denver, North Carolina, and all of our other good friends back in the Fargo area cheering on the Stars. And for those who tuned in and from the Brookings area, we know the scoreboard wasn't in your favor, but outside of that, we certainly hope that you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll talk to you again soon here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.